Hi everyone. I am doing a tutorial on basically how to model a house or a room. At the same time while I'm doing that, I'm going to kind of show you some things that I run into as far as problems. I am not the greatest modeler. I am honestly new at it, but I want to show you some things that you're going to run into and they'll definitely help you. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I do is I make a polygon and we go ahead and expand it. So we're just going to make this a small room just to make this a little quicker. So you go ahead and move it up. That little shortcut is W on the keyboard. And then F is the face. You can kind of, in a way, zoom in a little better with it. Like you don't hold it down, you just hit it. Gives you better perspective to make sure that you're on the line where you need to be. So one problem I've run into is when I'm trying to select what I want and I can't get it to work, I realized object mode is one thing. The other thing is too, sometimes let's say you want to go ahead and move this face out and you can't figure out why it's not working. If you go up to modify and center pivot, it'll center your pivot. Sometimes you'll have your pivot in the center or angled funny. So if you do the center pivot, it'll get it back on track and then you can move it any way you want. So I would say the easiest way to model the inside of a room would be put it in X-ray. So you go to shading, down to X-ray. Then with that, you can start building a door. So you're going to select another polygon. And do the same thing. I believe it's R the scale. It's the shortcut key. Oh, I forgot one other thing, but we'll get this door going first. W to move it up. Sorry for my daycare center here. So I got the door in place. So one thing I forgot to do is we want to put walls on this place. So what we do for that is we extrude. And this is the part I was explaining, I think, where your center pivot's not where you want it. So this is a good example, I think. No, I think it's fine. So, like I said, I'm not all that savvy at all this, but we're all learning together and this is a major adventure for all of us. So we go ahead and actually I want to make it all even. And look, see, we're already running into problems. So we're going to undo that. And it's still doing the same thing. So let's figure out what's going on with it. I believe it was because I didn't have it in object mode. Let's try again. don't really know what happened. And because it's fairly easy to start over because we're not too far in, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so I figured it out. One of the reasons why it was going all crazy like that is because of, you see this little blue dot? It is actually moving it from this side, I believe. Not exactly sure, but what you need to do is click on it, drag it to the middle, and then when you go to move your walls, they move where they need to. So we have it now. What you see right here, from here to here, get the red line on there, is the thickness. Of course, over here, now we have the thickness over there. So we got that. And with this door, let's say I want to make the door all nice and fancy and put some detail into it so it just doesn't look like a big slab of wood. Hit F to face to get close. What I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to go ahead and do a duplicate of it. So Command C, Command D, and then we move it. Then I'm going to resize it, or the resize. We're going to make those tiny little panels on the inside of the door. Then we're going to go ahead and scale it a little bit bigger too. And also we will bevel it. So doesn't look too bad. We'll just kind of go with that for now. And then we Control C, Control D, and now we can move it in place. As far as getting things centered and that kind of stuff, I'm not too sure how to do that. I just kind of eyeball it for now until I figure that part out. So we do the same thing over again. Same thing again, Control C, or well, Command D on a Mac. And there we have a door. but let me get out of X-ray mode so I can really see it. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and model a doorknob. And you know what? I actually want to bevel the door slightly too. Maybe not as much as the other ones. So we'll go with 0.250. That looks a little better. Okay, so onto the doorknob. What I do here is I make a circle. Then I go ahead and scale it. You just kind of shape it how you want it. And that looks pretty good to me. Let's go with that. So I'm going to try something I haven't done before. And that would be, I'm going to try and make it big and then scale it down. So what I did was I grabbed a polygon cylinder, and that's going to be the handle that attaches to it. So we need to rotate it, and you can see the command over here. So if you're not quite sure what the commands are, don't feel bad, because learning everything else is a little tricky. All your other programs start to kind of collide in a way. So here's the part I always struggle with, is figuring which way I got to rotate it. Eventually I found the right one. That was it. Let me see something real quick. Not exactly sure how to get it level with the other one, but if you needed to, somewhere over here, oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. So this is how I do it. If you're not real sure, you know, which one to pick as far as which way, I look at the one that I want straight. So obviously we know we want it at a 90-degree angle. So we just go right there and just type in 90. And now it's centered with the doorknob. These ones here though, there we go. I accidentally threw those off, so I put them back at 0. So we're going to go ahead and move it to the doorknob. Let me get it from this angle. There we go.